My daughter is angry at me because I'm pregnant and won't talk to me. How can I make her feel better about this? I had my daughter when I was 20, which was not ideal at all. Her father wasn't very involved until she was about 2. We got together again at that time, and we've been together for almost 16 years. When our daughter was younger, we had considered having another child. But when she reached the age of about 10, we accepted it would be too disruptive for her. It clearly wasn't meant to be, and we didn't really need another child. I'm already very proud of my daughter. She's grown into a very strong young woman, and I'm really proud of her. She's excelled at tennis and football, even playing for the country when she was younger. She's very beautiful, and she's always gotten very good results at school. I'm very happy I was able to raise someone like her, although I was always somewhat strict with her as she got older, as I didn't want her to end up how I did. I want better for her. Thankfully, she doesn't seem interested in boys yet, so that's one less thing to worry about. I had been noticing symptoms that were similar to what I had while I was pregnant with my daughter. I dismissed them, but eventually I took a pregnancy test, just to be safe. I couldn't believe it when it came back as positive. I went to the doctor, and when it was finally confirmed, I told my partner. We were both very happy, but I wasn't sure when to tell our daughter. She's finishing school in a month, and I wasn't sure how she would take the news. My partner and I talked about it, and eventually we came to a decision and told her together one evening about 2 weeks ago. She reacted far worse than what I was expecting. She screamed at me that I was a selfish, disgusting, lying bitch, when she's almost never sworn at me before, and then stormed off to her room and didn't talk to me or her father for the rest of the day. She's barely spoken to either of us since then. She's been going to friends' houses after school instead of coming home, and stays for a very long time. She won't even eat dinner with me and her father, and coming back around 10 or 11 at night. Her father said she's come home drunk a couple of times as well, very early in the morning. I've heard her crying at night when she thinks we're asleep, and I feel awful. I never meant to upset her so badly. I've tried talking to her about it, trying to understand why she's so upset, but she refuses to talk to me. I know it's difficult for her, finding out about this when most children would have a sibling when they're 3 or 4, but it seems to be meant to be. I don't want her to be so upset by this, but I can't change the way she feels. The only way I can help her is make her feel better, but I don't know how because I don't understand what the source of her anger and sadness is. I know it will be a big change, but it's not going to make me love her any less, and I've told her that. In all my years of looking after her, she's never been like this before. It's difficult for me to understand how she's feeling, given this is a completely new situation for the both of us. It's very difficult, and I don't know how to help her.